it has been in court. Why was there so much slow progression when it comes to this? Because right now we are looking at it, and it's the way it's progressing. Just the Supreme Court now is about to make a ruling on the same. So why did it take a lot of time from 2013 all the way to 2023? And right now we just seem to have woken up, and you're like, oh, things are moving quite fast. Because in 2 days, that's when the enactment is supposed to have started. I think on March 9th. Then.
One of the things that you need to understand, Brian, that Kenyans, we are very litigious. We like litigation so much. And number two, the Constitution also gives us the freedom. Any Kenyan has a freedom to go to court and challenge any law that has been passed. That's enshrined in our Constitution that was passed in 2010. So one or two things that has been bedeviling us is the fact that some people feel that maybe it's going to interfere with their budgeting, and although it's to the benefit of the worker. Since 2014 to today, if we do simple calculation, is that you as a worker has actually missed out on about 300,000 as your savings for your retirement. And this came about by some employers who went to court to argue out one or two things that we have since then tried to talk to them, hoping that they have understood. In fact, even some of them are still saying, give us more time. It is 9 years down the line. Honestly speaking, 9 years down the line, and you still want to have more time. And I think it's just one of the tactics of some people trying to evade to support the worker. That's my feeling.
Because this is the thing, we've been doing stories in regards to that. They're looking at employers actually complaining and saying, okay, we think it is too soon to actually do this. But if you put it that way, in the last 9 years trying to hold conversations, saying is that they would like to have a conversation with NSSF to, get to a better agreement in regards to how this is supposed to be rolled out, and also when it's supposed to start. Have you engaged them? Do you continue engaging them?
Brian, it is very shocking to me to hear anybody saying that kind of thing, because NSSF is a tripartite. On the board of NSSF, there are representatives of the workers. That's FKE. On the NSSF board, there is representatives of workers, the Central Organization of Trade Unions, COTU. On the NSSF board, there is representation from the Ministry of Labor, there's Ministry of Finance, and then there are independent professional board members who sit there to represent private interests. So if somebody says that they want more consultation, they're the same people who we sat with at the initial stages of enacting this law, from the bill, the drafting of the law, the bill, going to Parliament, stakeholder engagement. We engage all these people. So unless somebody just wants to be a bit, they just want to be cheeky. But we have had proper representation through Parliament up to the level where the President assented to this bill in December 2013.
All right. Now this is the thing. Now,
Brian, additionally, before this became a law, we had this stakeholder engagement. So it went through all the interested parties, and it passed all the stages and became a law, which should have taken effect from 2014. And from that time up to now, of all the collections, the contributions that we collect, 43% of the people are paying these new rates voluntarily. So really, I think it's a matter of maybe people just need to plan their budgets and pay the new contribution.
Do we need more time to get people to start planning their budget?
I don't think so. If you listen to Daktari saying that this act has been in place, because the other one was repealed. 258, Cap 258 was repealed. Number 45, 2013 came in force. And of that, 43% have been paying the new rates, and the others are paying the old rates. I don't think it's a matter of more time. Even if we did, if 9 years have gone down the line and we have not been able to pay it, it will not still work. So immediately this act was reinstated. We gave them 1 month notice And we said contributions for February, by March 9th, they should be paid.
Okay. Now that is the press release that I actually read. I was looking at Kotu actually did release give a press release supporting this particular move. The FKE also did do a press release and supporting this particular move. But also in that press release, they're saying, okay, we need a little bit more of time to actually get to enact this. But that aside, let's talk about the people that have gone to court. These are close to 6,000 pensioners who are saying, okay, we would like to stop this move. Where, as NSSF, when you sit down, what do you think this is coming from? Especially if it is not the employer, but the employee?
One of the things, if just leverage on what my colleague has said, is that out of this thing certain sections was suspended, yet 43% of our employers have been paying since 2013. They have been paying these rates. So the 6%, you know, I don't want to go so much into what is before the courts. Seth, I am accused of being disrespectful to the court.
Yeah.
But people who can come and say they want to go to court or they are in court, their basis or their grounds of going to court is the fact that they have their own pension schemes.